Congratulations, Bryce, on your successful completion of the IRAP assessment. It's definitely a very impressive feat. And we just came off the back of doing a recording where Bryce talked us through about VeriSaaS, why did the leadership team even choose to embark on this? And also now that you've completed your IRAP assessment, what are the different benefits that you are seeing? So Bryce, would love to hear from you. What's your experience like working with the Privasec team?
Yeah, so obviously I go into a lot of detail when we talk about the IRAP journey and the other recording and the other interview that we did. So I'll sort of focus less on the IRAP journey and more on the relationship with Privasec, and also the importance of having strategic partnerships and choosing the right strategic partners that provide such critical services. So, first and foremost, working with Privasec was seamless. And, I've referred a number of different people to using Privasec before, and
Thank you so much.
It's because unlike most assessment processes, and unlike tests, or you can go and sit a test and you get told whether you pass or fail, and that's pretty much the result of it. What I loved about Privasec was that it was that collaborative approach. It was really a goal-driven approach. So VeriSaaS embarked on the IRAP journey with one thing in mind, and it was to give our customers a level of assurance, and also to assure ourselves that we had the right cybersecurity and information security posture. And when you work with a company like Privasec, maybe as opposed to some other companies who are a little bit more black and white about things, you don't get, the quality is not different. The quality and the thoroughness that Privasec put us through, IRAP wasn't easy. I'm not going to lie. IRAP wasn't easy. It's a rigorous assessment process. There's a lot of controls, and there's certainly no concessions made. But the difference is when you have a company that understands, like Privasec, they've done this 1,000 times. They've worked with a lot of companies when it comes to IRAP assessments and various different types of assessments, whether it be penetration testing or vulnerability assessments, whatever it might be. When they've truly understood and embraced that collaborative approach and working with their customers like VeriSaaS and others, everybody but gets a better outcome. So rather than simply, assessing a process or assessing a control or assessing a policy, it might be good or it might be bad. But whether it's good, it could always be better. And so we were always getting sort of that ongoing feedback and continually iterating. So we were getting better through the process itself. So yes, it was an assessment. Yes, it had a tangible outcome, which had tangible benefits for our customers, had obviously commercial benefits for us. But at the end of the day, that collaborative approach, that ongoing feedback, that real best practice methodology where it's how can we actually do this better? What can we do to satisfy this? If we were completely missing a control, how do we actually put this control in place to give our customers, the highest degree of assurance, and we can have the best posture? Collaboration is key. Working together is key. And
totally.
You don't enter into a relationship with a service provider like Privasec unless you're going to sort of mutually benefit and all learn something from each other. And we learned a lot from Privasec. So again, yes, it's an assessment. You do get something at the end, but it's the journey, I suppose, that was really important. And the way Privasec conducted themselves in that collaborative, more of a learning experience type approach, and making sure that we got it right the first time and did everything to the highest standards, that was really refreshing.
Wow, thank you so much, Bryce, for sharing that. And I echo the same way that Prashant, our IRAP practice director, talked about in the earlier session. It was really a pleasure working with the leadership team, and how VeriSaaS is so switched on, and they embraced it in terms of any learning opportunities, because you guys look at room for improvement, and it's all about maturing your process. So that's fantastic to hear. And honestly, I believe that greater things are to come for VeriSaaS, and the journey is just going to be onwards and upwards from here on. And
I suppose one other thing I'd say is, strategic partnerships are extremely important. And, I see Privasec as a strategic partner. VeriSaaS, we're partnered with Microsoft as well. And relevant to this conversation is when you partner with the right people that have the same, mentality around cyber and information security. To give you an idea, our IRAP assessment process, sheerly by the fact that we were partnered strategically with Microsoft, we were inheriting a lot of those controls and a lot of those technical things that, Microsoft had put a lot of research and development into best practice. Yeah. And again, the fact that a company like Privasec, Microsoft, VeriSaaS, and our other strategic partners can work in that collaborative space, that's a really powerful thing. So when you bring, industry giants like Microsoft in, subject matter experts like Privasec, and, your small to medium-sized businesses like VeriSaaS together, and you create that sort of ecosystem of success. That's a really important approach. So, again, I can't thank Privasec enough. I can't thank Microsoft enough and our other strategic partners, because it does give a good outcome for us, but most importantly, a good outcome for our customers.
Yes, totally agree with you. And it's the beauty of the industry that we are in. You can't do it alone. You have to do it with partners. It's all about contributing to the ecosystem together. So you put it so perfectly well. I have nothing to add to it. So for those who haven't yet watched the IRAP session and the discussion that we had last week, actually, you should do that and catch up on it, because if your business is looking to undertake an IRAP assessment, this will be especially useful for you. You'll even get to meet with our IRAP practice director, Prashant, as he shares a few things from an introduction all the way to how, as a business, you can prep better for your IRAP. And Bryce has been very kind to openly share with us a lot about their journey and things that we can take away from that. So keep a lookout for that video. Any last thoughts you want to add, Bryce?
No, just the ongoing sentiment. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for your customers. It's a great journey. It's a great experience. You'll learn a lot. And thank you very much, Privasec, and my other strategic partners. We got there in the end.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bryce. We'll see you around soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.